hope you can turn on your camera, yeah? Next time, yeah? Yeah. Okay. So for the last session, we have been discussing about the quiz, right? The solution for the quiz and some improvement that you can do for the next quizzes, yeah, the tips and something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So for this session, we will be discussing a new material. So the new material will be about probability. Yeah. So uh, the difference that we will do in this chapter about probability. Yeah. So we will be discussing we're discussing probability in a more abstract manner. Yeah. So uh, maybe in the last session we have been discussing probability in which we discussing about the like the events of uh, a dice, an event that involving a rolling a dice. It comes out with either one, two, three, four, five, or six, yeah, or maybe tossing a coin which has a head and a tail, right? So we will be discussing now a probability in a much more abstract, yeah. Meaning that abstract means that we can
It's
describe
something that is a bit more
general.
imaginative.
Imaginative, yeah. You can also say it like that, yeah. So abstract. Why do we learn it in abstract? Yeah, because if we learn it in abstract, we can apply those principle on a in a general cases, yeah. So
Jangan
for
pakai
example,
AC ditutup, dingin banget lagi ini aneh.
so basically you can uh, by knowing the principle in
Mana kamu kok nggak ngidupin itumu?
Nggak bisa.
Video?
by
tahu
the
kenapa tapi
principle,
kameranya
if
nggak
you
mau.
know the principle in general for any events, you can
Nggak bisa.
interfere with any of the event that you are dealing with if you are knowing the core principle of it. Okay. Okay. So let me wait a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna open the book first. Mm.
Bisa itu lo kameranya. Oh.
Now I can see your face. I can see your camera now.
Tutup
Okay.
pintunya.
Dingin kamu.
Kepanasan malahan. Halo.
Okay. Okay. So probability. Okay, maybe I'm gonna add my another device. Yeah. Wait a minute. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. I'm gonna turn off my camera. Okay, I'm gonna turn on my camera in another device. Yeah. Okay. So by the way, can you hear my voice clear? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna share the screen. Share the screen. Where is it? Okay. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna start from we're just gonna review about the definition, yeah, the definition of what is a probability. Okay. So we're gonna talk about maybe I'm gonna choose a more. Okay. So probability. Yeah. Okay. Start from the definition. So what is a probability? Yeah. So probability. So probability. Yeah. Deals with the likelihood likelihood
Of an event.
or chance, ya, or apa tadi,
Of an event.
chance of events occurring. Okay, so why do probability is important? So basically, by using probability we can know how likely an event to be happen. Yeah, of course in a much more complex probability, yeah, we can use this probability knowledge to, for example, yeah, predicting the stock markets, yeah, predicting the price of the stocks, yeah, by, of course, by seeing the aspects that contribute to the price of the stocks, gitu. Or maybe another study, another so for example, yeah, example, uh to predict, yeah, to predict stock price. Yeah, this is in economy.
Okay.
It's to predict stock price in economy. Okay, or to, can you give me another example? What's the usage of
Example.
probability?
Weather.
Yeah, oh, good. Yeah, to predict a weather. To predict a weather. Yeah. This
It's
is
more into
in,
the weather, by the way.
what is it?
It's actually more into the weather, not that I'm not
The weather. The
weather.
weather. Yeah, the weather. Yeah, I'm sorry. The weather. Yeah. Okay. The weather. Yeah. So this is in apa? Meteorology. Yeah. Meteorology. I don't know how to write it. Yeah. Meteorology. Meteorology. Something like this, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Or simply, yeah. Or more simply, yeah, just to predict uh, in our daily life, yeah, to predict how likely we do something, yeah, we do something in the future. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So or
Okay.
maybe the last one. The last one. Can you give me another examples? Or maybe, yeah, this to win. Yeah, this is the illegal. Yeah, to win a gamble. To win a gamble. This is just kidding. Yeah, just kidding. Yeah, but you can win a gamble. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, there's a one movie. I forgot the name. That involves a group of person who try to trick the casino system. Yeah. So they using mathematics. Yeah. So basically using statistics and probability to predict. I don't know how blackjack. Yeah. The games are blackjack. Yeah. I don't know the system of a blackjack, but basically it's a card game. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's what's the name? So you have to so the dealer will pass out cards, and you will let them see. You can say to get a card or not, and then there's this one card that you know the number of, while the other one does, while your opponent or rival does not know. So
Yeah.
if you get the cards and add it up, it should be it should go near 21. The one
Yeah.
with nearest to 21 wins.
Yes, yes, yes. Or maybe another example, yeah, in a you know, do you know a show where people are being shown three doors, yeah, three doors. Two of them contains a goat. This is a goat. This is a goat. This is the price. Example. This is the price, and then the show host will show you one of the uh one of the doors, the inside of the doors. Turns out this one is a goat. Okay, so the show card, the show host. Yeah, this is the show host. Yeah, show this door number one. Yeah. Oh, this is a goat. Yeah, this is a goat. Yeah. Okay, so your choice will be between the one of these. Yeah, goat and a price. Gitu ya. Normal people will say, that they only have the probability of getting a price is still the same, 33%, right? So uh, 33, uh,
Oh,
33.3
this.
lah ya. Yeah,
Well,
right.
in this case, in this case, it's actually not. The chances are actually not 50-50, because there's
Yes.
still the factor of the goat or the
Mm.
thing before that you already know. So technically, if it counts into the system, it's actually not 50-50. I forgot what it was and how to
Yeah.
get the number, but yeah.
So the true chances of getting a prize is actually 66.7%. Do you know how? So basically, in mathematics, yeah, maybe I'm gonna leave you with the calculation. So this is just for your information, yeah. So it's not actually 50-50, yeah. So it's actually, or getting the price, you get a 66.7. Why? Because initially it is 33.3, right?
Yeah.
33.3, 33.3, and 33.3, yeah. So when the show host reveal that this is a goat, the 33.3 here goes to the price. So therefore, the chances in mathematically, supposed to be 66.7. Okay?
Okay.
Gitu. So this is how you win a gamble using mathematics, using statistics. Yeah. Even though in one shot you might not get a gold, or you might not getting a prize. Yeah. But for example, if you do this experiment, this is just think of it like a thought experiment. Yeah. You do it 1,000 times at random. Yeah. At random, you'll see that 66.7, nearly 66.7% of them will result on getting a prize. So of course, if you see these one cases individually, you might not getting the sense of it. Yeah, why the chances are goes to the price. Yeah, 66.7. But if you do this probability experiment 10,000 times, or maybe 100,000 times, you see that the number will goes to 66.7. Yeah. And this is why probability is important to know. Yeah, because you can, even though in one shot you might not getting getting it right, but if you do this experiment in many times, this will uh, this will ini ya, this will works gitu.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a basic definition that you should know. Yeah, that's why probability is important because of this. Okay. Okay. To describe probability, there are many ini ya, there are many ways to describe possibility. Yeah. So describing probability. So we have heard in daily life, we have heard about a lot of what is it? We have been hearing a lot of terms to describe a likeliness of a probability, right? So maybe you've heard about uh
Chances.
high what is it?
What's the name? You're talking about the synonyms of what's the name? Synonyms of probability, right?
No. You know, the usual term that people usually use to describe the likeliness of a event. For example, rarely happen. Rarely happen. Yeah. So rarely happen, if we describe it in percentage, yeah. So the event to happen is more likely 20%, right? For me, yeah, for me, it's 20%. Yeah. If we want to quantize the word really happen in probability, almost certain. How many percentage do you think almost certain is?
Almost certain.
Yeah,
80,
almost
90.
90. Yeah. So the event of it not happening is only 10%. Unlikely. Unlikely, ya, it could be 10% lah ya. Gitu. Or very rarely, or doubtful, ya. Doubtful can be, maybe it can happen, but it also cannot be happening. 30%.
50%.
Oh, 50. I think too
50.
high. If it's, if yeah, you can also be 50. Yeah. So you see that this word, this term can be interpreted differently. Yeah, this term can be interpreted differently according to one person to another. Yeah, according to you, doubtful is 50%, but according to me, doubtful is also just 30% or 40%. Yeah,
Because doubtful is when you agree to something, but you still have doubt. Because,
yeah.
so that means you
But it
50%
really
like,
depends on the person.
eh,
It really depends on the person.
yeah.
According to you, it may be 50%, right? But according to me, it can also be 30%. Yeah. So, for example, yeah, I'm just gonna give you an example. Example. Yeah. So, if I have this one is impossible. This is the line to the line of the likeliness of an event. So this one is 50-50 chance. This one is certain. Now I present you some keyword, yeah. Highly likely. And then you have very rarely.
Very
And
rarely should be near impossible, where it is possible, but it is so low that what's the name? It is not occasionally seen.
And then you have doubtful.
Almost certain is is similar to very rarely. It is near certain. There's a reason why it says almost certain, where it is in a level where it almost reaches certain, but it's not 100%.
So okay. Can I put highly likely to this one, to this part?
Highly likely, yeah. Let's see.
Okay, what about very rarely? Can I put it? Okay, where do you want to put it? Here?
And it's what's the name? Kind of the distance from highly. Do you see the distance from highly likely to certain? Do
Mm-mm.
that, but with impossible.
Okay, this one.
Yeah,
Okay, so this is very rarely, yeah.
it's nowhere near impossible, but it
Uh,
doesn't. But it's more
almost
farther
certain.
than what's the name? 50-50.
What about almost certain? This one?
It is in the middle of highly likely and certain. Or yeah,
Okay, this is almost certain, yeah.
yeah,
Doubtful.
90%, 99%. Yeah,
What about doubtful?
doubtful. Well, for you it's 30%, so that means it's below 50%. For me, it's 50-50. But
Okay, you
if it was
like
for you, it will be,
no,
yeah,
no. Just
it can be
I just
50-50.
want according to you. What about you?
Oh, 50-50.
50-50. Okay, doubtful, yeah. Okay, as a little than even chances. A little more than
So that
even.
means it isn't impossible, but it is so near that it's just a little bit off from impossible. So that means it
Oh,
is like
a
touching
little more
impossible.
than even chance.
A little more than even a chance.
Mm-mm.
I haven't heard this one. Because a little than even a chance means it's more tinier than even 1%. But if it's a little more than even a chance,
Here, yeah.
so that means a chance is, let's say, 1%. So that means, yeah, over there.
Maybe over here, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is ya E lah ya. Ini yang E. Okay. So unlikely.
Unlikely. hmm, Unlikely is below a chance. So that means it's there in, like, just over there in the touching impossible.
This one, yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
And
unlikely. Yeah, yeah.
okay, okay. So there are no right or wrong, basically. By the way, you can see my screen, right? Unlikely.
Yeah.
You can see the unlikely,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I'm delaying. Okay. The screen are delaying. Okay, okay. So basically, this is how you describe each word, right? So, but of course, you have to pay attention. You have to know. You have to pay attention that this is relative to backs, gitu ya. Relative to backs, gitu. So you cannot use this skill to the others, gitu. Because for others, these words are can be interpreted as different possibility, gitu ya.
Because these words are abstract. It's
Abstract, ya.
depends on the person for it to be where
Depend on
it is.
subjective, ya.
Subjective
Subject.
and the person.
Therefore, we have to make a tools. We have to create another way. I have to find an alternative to make the a probability is a much more formal, objective. Yeah, so it's not depend on the person, but can be proof mathematically and objectively. Objective means others can reproduce the same result, gitu, by using
Like
the rule.
size.
Yeah, like a size, gitu ya. Therefore,
Yeah. Depending on the
there.
subject, it can be very different.
Okay, so
Like
there
for
are some.
example,
Yeah.
for example, if it's a hat, this would be a tiny hat. But if it will be an ant this big, this big, it will be very big.
Okay, now we'll try to build a tools to make our calculation of probability formal, be more formal, and be more objective. First, first, we have to assign a number to the probabilities. Okay, because we can agree that probabilities, we can agree that numbers are objective to everybody, right? 1 for me is 1 for you, right? So, for example, 1 for me can be visual. Well, basically, the meaning of 1 itself are the same for everybody, right? So, 1 dice is 1 dice, right? 1 glasses is 1 glasses, gitu. That's why we have to assign. So this is the next chapter, yeah. Assigning numbers to probabilities. Okay. Okay. The first one, the first principle is the outcome. The first that we have to agree, the outcome of an experiment. Yeah, the outcome of an experiment. Yeah, is yield is the result. Yeah, the outcome of an experiment is the result in one trial of the experiment. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is the general term. Yeah. And then, an event occurs when we obtain an outcome with a particular property
Or an effect.
or an effect. Yeah, gitu. So for example, so you have to identify which one is the experiment, which one is an event. Yeah. So for example, rolling a dice
Is the
an experiment. Experiment, yes.
The effect or the subject that is to be finished is the same. Is the number that the dice will reveal.
Getting, for example, getting number 1 in the dice is the event. Okay? So you have to differ between an experiment and a dice. For example, tossing a coin. Is it an experiment or an event?
Tossing a coin is the experiment.
Experiment, yeah. Getting a tail
is the same result of the experiment.
Which is an
result of the experiment.
Is the
results.
Yeah, result, which is the event. Yeah, the event. Yeah. So
The
getting
effect.
a tail. Huh?
The effect or the event.
Yeah, the effect or the event, yeah, is the effect. Yeah, you can call it an effect, but formally it is an event. Okay, event. Okay, yeah. So you have to differ between rolling, because rolling a dice itself doesn't yield you any result. With if you don't specify the particular result that you want, gitu ya. So if you do specify, that's what we call an event. So experiment is just the the outline of what you are doing, but the result that you are achieving, that's what we call the event. Yeah. And we have to agree, consensus, rule thumb, rule of thumb, rule of thumb, rule of thumbnya, yeah. So impossible event, yeah, means that the probability will be 0. Or 0%, yeah, in percentage, yeah. So it cannot be negative, yeah. So impossible event is 0, and a certain event, a certain to happen event is being labeled by is 100%, yeah, or a 1 or 100%. Therefore, the probability of an event, for example, P, yeah, PA, yeah, for example, P of A, which is the probability of event A, will always lies on 1 and 0. Get it, yeah? Because you cannot get more than 1, right? So, if so the maximum is 1 and the lowest is 0. 0 means it never happened. 1 means it will certain that it will happen.
It is
Gitu ya?
100% will happen. Yeah.
100% will happen. Okay? Okay, so that's this is the consensus, yeah. You have to remember this. This is important. Yeah. Okay? And so this is the ini ya. So this is we already putting numbers, yeah. So now we already knew what is really what is the interpretation in mathematics of impossible and a certain. Gitu ya. So impossible means it's 0. Impossible means 0. Certain means 1. Okay? Understood, yeah? Okay. Now we're gonna determine of what we call a sample space. Okay, so this is I want to understand this, yeah. So a sample space. So let's just say that we have, let's say that we have a coin. Okay. So what is the ini Bex? What is the outcome that can be result that can be yield from tossing a coin?
3.
Huh?
3.
Huh? 3? Why 3?
3. Because if we have a coin that we flip, there is 3 things that can happen. Right? One is a very rare thing, decimal percentage, and the others is near 50%.
Oh, okay, okay.
One
So
is
what?
the heads
just-
and tails, and one
head
is
and-
the one where it goes on the side.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, let's just assume that okay, it can happen in the real world, yeah. But again, we are because the probability are so little, yeah. So in this particular sample space, yeah. So again, we are talking about abstraction, right? So abstraction, okay, we have to know. You have to know that abstraction is removing the unnecessary things, involving removing unnecessary things on the on something gitu ya. So for example, if we want to abstracting the event of probability, we only care for the important parts, yeah. So okay, understood, yeah. So because of that, we will only take into account the head and tail. Okay, so for only on this part. Yeah, okay, understood ya? Next ya?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we toss the coin. The event or the outcomes that you might get is a head. Oh shit. Wait a minute. Okay. Is a head or a tail. Yeah. A head or a tail. That means the sample space, let's just call the head as a head. Yeah. Let's just call a head with a H, and the sample tail is a T, big T. Therefore, the sample space is we are using a set, yeah, because this is a set. So a sample space is a set of possible outcome. H, comma P. Yeah. So this is how you formalized it, yeah. Okay, understood,
Okay.
Bex? Yeah. So the
Yeah.
sample space is H and T, which represent head and tail. Yeah. Itu. Okay. So by using this example, Bex, can you give me the definition of what is a sample space according to this examples? What are sample space?
Sample space.
Mm-mm.
Sample space. Mhm.
So based on the previous example, what can you infer about sample space?
Uh, mm. Oh, sample space is the things that can happen, or the names
Things,
of the.
yeah, things that can happen from an experiment, right?
Yeah, or the
Okay. So
possibilities. I mean, the
good. Yeah,
outcomes.
outcomes. Good. Yeah, good. Yeah. So therefore, a sample space. Yeah, a sample space. Yeah, a sample space is a list, is a set. Yeah, is a set of possible outcomes of an experiment. Okay. Why do this part are important? Because by using this, you can determine what are the odds that can happen. What are the event that can resulted from an experiment, any experiment. So for example, the previous one, if you had tossing a coin, if you are tossing a coin, the sample space is, yeah, because this is a set, yeah, a set of possible. You're using this bracket, yeah. So this bracket, you can label the sample space as you want, ya. Jadi nggak harus head and tail gitu, H and T, H, T, ya. But you can also, yeah, just define it as A1, event 1, and event 2. But of course, you have to specify what is A1. A1 is getting ahead, gitu ya. Jadi bisa bebas, Bex. Kamu bisa misalkan definisikannya sebagai misalkan E2 gitu misalkan. E1 dan E2. But you have to define it first. Oh, E1 is getting ahead. itu is getting a tail. Gitu. Tapi memang in general kita akan menggunakan variabel yang lebih representatif. Makanya biasanya orang menggunakan head and tail because the variable speaks for itself. It represent we don't have to know what is H and T from the writer, gitu ya. We just immediately know that H represent the head and T represent the tail. Okay, another example, yeah. In a dice, can you make a sample space, Bex, from this? Bex?
Yeah.
Can you create a sample space in a dice, for an experiment of tossing a dice?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 6.
1,
1 to 6.
1, 2,
6.
6. What about the 3, 4,
Yeah.
5?
Oh, 1 to 6. 1 until
One.
the numbers
Oh,
1,
okay.
6, and the
Yeah,
numbers
yeah.
in between.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But can I also name it as like this, Bex? P1, P2, P3, P4, P5,
E5, E6.
P6.
Yes.
Can I also do this?
Yeah.
Okay. But can I do this? E1, E2. Can I do this?
Mm. The what? E1, E2?
Mm.
No, because there's only E1 and E2.
For example, yeah, if E1 represent getting a dice of 1, getting a dice of 2 in E2, is this a complete sample space, Bex?
No.
No, yeah. It only describe it's even not a sample space because we have to know we have to remember again what is a sample space. Sample space contain all of the possibility. Yeah? All of the possibility. So this is not a sample space based on the definition. Yeah? So this is not a sample space. Okay, I think we're gonna getting a break first. Yeah, break first for 5 minutes. I haven't prayed Maghrib, so I think we're gonna skip. We're gonna getting a break a little. Yeah, Max. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See you again in 5 minutes. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Oke, Bex, kita lanjut. Let's continue. Hello, Bex, can you hear my voice?
Hello.
Okay, let's continue ya. Oke. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, yeah. So you have to pay attention, yeah. So you have to check whether the sets contains all of the possible probability or not, gitu ya. Okay, so for example, ya, Bex, ya. For example, for example, yeah, if I gave you this kind of spinner, yeah, I make a circle, and then this is a 1, this is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 3, this is a 4, this is a 5, this is a 6, 7, and 8, yeah. Okay. 1 here, yeah. Okay, so I have this kind of spinner, yeah. So what is the sample space? What is the sample space of this kind of spinner, Bex?
Sample space of the spinner.
Yes, of these kinds of spinners.
There is eight items in the sample space. It is 1 to 8. And you can do it so as you did before. You can do it like E1, E2, E3, E4, all the way to E8.
Ah, good. Okay. Yeah. So to make things simpler, we just use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. Because we already know about the sample space, now we know the total. Now, if we already know about the sample space, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little note at the end, yeah. So for sample space, yeah, for any event, for any event, you have to make sure that the sample space of those events cover all of the cover all of the possible outcome. Yeah, because
Yeah.
if it doesn't cover all of the possible occurrence, it means that it isn't a sample space. Okay, understood, ya, Bex? Yeah. So sample space must contain all of the possible outcome. Okay, understand? Yeah. Okay, now it brings us to the next concept. The next concept, yeah, which is the probability itself in a manners, yeah, in a formal manners. Okay. So this is part D. So about sample space, I'm gonna denote sample space as S, yeah, Bex, yeah. S, big
Yeah.
S, big S, yeah. So if so this one, for example, the sample space of this event, I will call it S, gitu ya. S equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. So for this event, for this experiment, sample space of a dice, yeah, I will call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for tossing a coin, I will also use S, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Head and tail. Yeah. Okay. Next. Yeah.
Okay.
It brings us to the theory of probability. So what is a probability then? We have already established the theory. We already have established the theory for probability, the foundation of probability. Now, using the knowledge that we have gained from the material, what is a probability anyway? So theoretical probability. Okay. So for example, yeah, let's say that we have, yeah, an event A. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna
Okay.
describe this in yeah, in general, yeah, in general, yeah. So let's say that we have an event A from a certain experiment, So it can be tossing a dice. It can be tossing a dice. Not tossing a dice, tossing a coin, yeah. Tossing a coin and then rolling a dice. Yeah. So it can be from a certain experiment. Yeah. To find the probability of event A. Ya, so it is denote as, ya. Jadi probability dari event A itu dinyatakan oleh ini, Bex, PA. Ya. Oke,
Yeah.
setuju ya? Jadi dinyatakan oleh PA itu dapat dihitung sebagai can be expressed as, ya. So, ini ya rumusnya ya. Jadi PA, the probability of A is equal to NA divided by N of S. Where kamu udah tahu kan apa itu PA? Nah, NA itu adalah the number of arrangement that can happen of event A, dan NS itu merepresentasikan the number of of possible outcome of the number of possibility in the sample space. In the sample space S gitu ya. Itu Bex. Oke. Jadi sebetulnya setelah kita tahu apa itu ruang sampel dan apa itu banyaknya kita tahu apa itu definisi kejadian dan event gitu ya, kejadian gitu ya. Jadi sebetulnya probability itu adalah rasio gitu ya, pembagian a division between gitu ya, pembagian antara banyaknya kemungkinan terjadinya event A, arrangement of event A to happen, and then dibagi dengan banyaknya arrangement atau possibility dari si sample space, which is the number of the sample space itself gitu ya. Oke? Nah, dengan kita punya definisi ini Bex gitu ya, menghitung peluang dari kejadian apapun itu menjadi lebih gampang. Kenapa? Karena kita tinggal mendefinisikan terlebih dahulu apa itu sample space-nya, gitu ya. Kemudian kita hitung berapa banyak arrangement dari kejadian A yang diinginkan. Gitu ya. Jadi begini, contohnya begini Bex, gitu ya. Contoh ya, I'm gonna give you an example. Contoh. Ya. Jadi contohnya adalah seorang murid gitu ya, seorang murid melempar dadu ya. Aku kasih bahasa Indonesia ya, nyampur-nyampur nih mungkin ya. Jadi seorang murid melempar sebuah dadu, sebuah ya, berarti satu buah dadu gitu ya. Jadi seorang murid melempar sebuah dadu dengan 6 sisi. Gitu ya. Ya berarti ini adalah dadu yang biasa kita kenal gitu, 1 2 3 4 5 6 gitu ya. Nah, tentukan peluang di mana murid tersebut mendapatkan dadu dengan sisi ganjil. Ah,
So now
berarti
it's a
gimana?
50-50%.
50-50. Oke, mungkin jangan ganjil. Mungkin prima. Apa itu bilangan prima? Masih ingat? Prime number. Oke, before we go to prime number. Determine the sample space first. What is the S?
What is the S?
Ya, the sample space. Tentukan itu dulu.
Sample stage. Okay, so this is the okay. There is 1 to 6, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or you can make it so it's E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, but that
Yeah,
would be just a little bit too complicated.
And then what is the NS? The number of possibility in sample space. How many of these? Ada berapa? Coba kamu hitung.
6.
Ada 6, berarti NS-nya itu ya. Nah, ini sesuai dengan ini ya. Definisinya tadi. NS itu apa? The number of possibility. Nah, NS itu menghasilkan suatu bilangan. Jadi bilangannya ada berapa?
Or you can just say it's the number of S.
Ya, the number of element ya. Element in S. Gitu. Nah, sekarang kamu definisikan sekarang si A-nya. A-nya misalkan adalah kejadian apa? Kejadian mendapatkan dadu prima. Nah, ingat gak bilangan prima apa? Do you remember what is a prime number?
I remember I remember prime numbers, but I forgot how to get them.
Okay, I'm gonna remind you about it. So a prime number, a number that can only be divided, that can only that can only be divided by 1 and itself. Oke. Jadi bilangan yang hanya bisa dibagi oleh 1 dan dirinya sendiri gitu. Nah, sehingga dari sample space itu, which number that can only be divided by 1 and itself, Bex?
One in itself, this one is what's the name? One of it, right?
Because itself-nya itu harus berbeda, bukan 1.
Oh.
Jadi from the sample space,
Or
how many that are a prime number?
2.
Yeah, 2, okay. And then?
3.
Good. And then?
Not 4, but
Okay.
5.
5 is, yeah.
Well, technically it can be divided by something else, but it needs to be a decimal.
No. A prime number must be an integer.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's fine. It still counts as a prime number, but technically all of these numbers are still can be divided by something else other than itself
Okay.
and 1.
Okay, so 2, 3, 5, that's it?
Nope. Wait, yeah, that's it. Never mind.
That's it, okay. Therefore, what is NA?
NA?
Oh. 3.
3. Okay, good. Nah, if you already know what is NA and NS, you can use this theory, PA, the probability of getting a prime, which is A is the event, yeah, is NA divided by NS. Therefore, PA itu adalah pembagian antara NA dengan NS. Kamu tahu NA-nya adalah 3, kamu tahu NS-nya adalah 6. Gitu. Therefore, 3 divided by 6 is 1/2 ya. Atau dalam percentage itu adalah 50%. Therefore, the chances are 50% to getting a prime number. Oke? Jadi, kita perlu mendefinisikan dulu sample space-nya apa, kemudian kita dapat NS-nya, kemudian kita tentukan A-nya, event-nya, apa saja, kemudian N-nya kita cari. Nah, sehingga mendapatkan probability apapun itu menjadi gampang. Ya? Paham ya, Bex ya?
Ya.
Ya, jadi begitu. Gitu. Tapi ini this is only theoretical probability, mathematical probability gitu ya. Kenapa? Hanya theoretical karena bisa jadi the experimental probability can be different gitu ya. For example, after tossing 100 coin, maybe the chances are not 50-50. Maybe the chances are 51 and 49. Ya. Dan itu nggak apa-apa. And it's okay to have such a result, ya, because in mathematical probability, we are talking in the ideal world. Ideal world. Whereas in experimental probability, the real probability, yeah, there is an external forces, right? External factors that we have to take into account. For example, when tossing a coin, you might face with a friction of forces. Friction force, right? And friction force can contribute to the outcome of an event. Even though it might not be significant, but it still contribute to it. Ya. Nah, sehingga jadi harus dipahami gitu. Jadi tidak apa-apa kalau berbeda gitu ya. Tapi ya kenapa tetap kita harus bisa menghitung namanya theoretical probability. Karena bisa jadi juga sama gitu. Pun pada hasilnya pun juga nggak terlalu jauh kan. Jadi antara ini ya, antara satu mungkin hasilnya tetap tidak terlalu jauh gitu. Antara real eventnya dengan theoretical probability. Oke, sampai sini paham, Max?
Ya.
Oke. Ya. And then there is also adding to the material of theoretical probability, we also know there is what we call complementary event. Okay. Do you know what is a complementary event, Max?
Yes.
Now, what is a complementary event?
Complementary.
Yeah, complement. Do you know what
Well,
they call?
complementary is but then there's two complementaries. Now I know one complementary is what's the name? When trying to be nice to each other, we compliment each other. Or and the other complement where
The
it means that there is one thing that exists and then because even though it exists, then there's another thing that exists that it doesn't contradict.
Yeah. Okay. So gini, let me be clear here. Let me clear out to you. Let me clear out to you what is a complementary event. Jadi complementary event, like its name, complement. Ya, complement as in melengkapi. Jadi complementary event adalah dua event yang saling melengkapi, gitu ya. So complementary event itu adalah two event that complement each other. Ya. Nah, kenapa dibilang melengkapi? Why do we say that one event complement each other? Because if one event does not happen in the context of probability, Apex ya. If one event doesn't happen, the other will happen. That's why they say that it is a complementary event. Jadi misalkan nih ya, apa complementary event dari makan? Tahu nggak apa? Max? What is the complementary event of eating? For example, eating is an event, right? So what is the complementary event? Apa event kejadian yang saling melengkapi dari makan? Tahu nggak? Jadi kalau kita
hunger
atau dalam kata
lapar
yang lebih ininya tidak makan. Jadi kalau kita makan, ya, kalau kita
complementary.
karena
Something that
kalau kita makan pasti kita tidak melakukan aktivitas tidak makan, ya nggak? Karena kita makan, ya nggak?
Something that contradicts it, that means.
Ya, contradicts karena sebenarnya gampang untuk mencari complementary event
because you
just
can't
word not,
because it contradicts contradicts when you do both of the things at the exact same time.
Yeah, you cannot do both of those events simultaneously, bersamaan, gitu. Jadi kalau misalkan kalau kita makan pasti kita tidak melakukan aktivitas tidak makan, gitu. Tapi jadi pilihannya pasti kedua event ini salah satunya terjadi, ya nggak? Tapi tidak mungkin keduanya terjadi bersamaan, ya nggak? Is that right, Max? Jadi if one event are happening, the complementary event won't happen. Complementary event won't happen at the same time. Jadi only one event of those complementary event that can be happening at one time. But in another time it can happen, gitu ya. Jadi Example-nya. Example. Eating, ya, eating. The complementary event is not eating. Not eating. Gitu ya. Or maybe rolling a dice. Ya, this is an event, an experiment ya. Or maybe getting a 6 on a dice. So what is the complementary event? The complementary event adalah not getting a 6 on a dice. Ya enggak? Karena kamu either dapat 6 atau tidak dapat 6. Mungkin kamu dapat yang lain, mungkin kamu dapat 5. Atau kamu mungkin dapat 4. Atau kamu mungkin dapat 3. Atau dapat 2 atau dapat 1. Gitu ya. Tapi as long as the person does not getting a 6, that is the complementary event of getting a 6. Understood?
Understood.
Understood. Oke. Nah, ini berguna, Bex. This is mathematically speaking, theoremnya ya, theorem. Okay, remember this ya. If you have an event A, for example, there must be a complementary event. Usually we denote it as A action ya. Karena tidak A bisa dibaca gitu. Jadi kalau misalkan kita punya kejadian A, that is a complementary event of A action, not A gitu ya. Sedemikian sehingga such that ketika kita gabungkan peluang daripada si kejadian A ditambah dengan peluang dari kejadian A aksen, which is the not A, keduanya kalau ditambahkan akan jadi 1. Paham nggak, Bex?
Why is it 1?
Why is it 1? Because pasti kalau digabungkan peluang dari kedua kejadian yang saling melengkapi itu pasti jadi 1. Jadi kenapa misalkan peluang kamu tidak mendapatkan duit misalkan, uang, itu adalah 30%. Berarti peluang kamu untuk tidak dapat uang jadinya berapa? Kalau dapat uang 30%. Kalau tidak dapat uang? Jadinya gimana, Pak?
Kalau nggak dapat uang? Hah?
Berarti peluang kamu kalau misalkan nih aku kasih tahu kamu, peluang kamu nih untuk memenangkan hadiah misalkan, itu adalah 50%, 30%. Berarti peluang kamu dapat hadiah itu berapa persen?
Bukan 30%?
Ya, bukan 30%. Nah, iya bukan 30%. Sebenarnya ya, bukan.
Or you can also do -30.
No, not -30. Ya kan probability, ingat, probability between 0 and 1, right? It cannot be minus, ya. Jadi probability-nya adalah 70%. Kenapa? Oke, mungkin agak bingung ya. Mungkin begini.
Yeah.
Karena ketika dijumlahkan, ya kan? Karena misalkan kamu peluangnya adalah 60%. Ini A aksen ya. Nah, kalau misalkan ada 60, kalau misalkan kamu jumlahkan nih 30 dan 60, berarti kan total 90, ya kan? Nah, 10%-nya itu kejadian apa? Kejadian apa? Gitu. Jadi kalau misalkan kamu A itu adalah tidak mendapatkan uang, mendapatkan hadiah lah. Ini tidak mendapatkan uang. Tidak mendapatkan uang. Nah, 10%-nya kamu mau pakai buat mendeskripsikan kejadian apa? Gitu. Karena kejadiannya kan Cuman 2, ya nggak? Kalau kayak begini. Kamu dapat atau enggak, ya nggak? Biner kan? Betul nggak? Istilahnya. Paham nggak kamu?
Ya.
Paham ya?
Ya.
Jadi, if I told you this, Bex, ya, the chances of you acing the score on your exam is 70%. Okay? So what are the chances that you are not acing your exam then? What is it, Bex?
What's it?
The chance of you acing your exam are 70%. So what are the
Mhm.
chances that you are not acing your
30%.
exam? 30%. Ya. Selalu ya kan? Ya nggak? Kalau dijumlahkan pasti 1 kan? Bener nggak? Selalu 100% kan? 30 tambah 70, 100 kan? Gitu. Ya.
Ya.
Jadi harus diingat. Jadi you have to remember that. A complementary event, the chances of them, if you add it up, will always end up 100% or which is a 1. Okay?
Yeah.
Jadi, if I gave you an example, ya, example. Ya. Sampelnya adalah,
Ya.
misalkan, misalkan dalam sebuah hari dalam 1 minggu akan dipilih secara random. Akan dipilih secara random, gitu ya. Tentukan probabilitas ketika dipilih yang pertama hari Rabu, yang kedua bukan hari Rabu, yang C hari Senin dan Selasa, hari Senin atau Selasa, kemudian bukan, gitu ya, bukan hari Senin ataupun Selasa. Oke, misalkan yang A dulu, Bex. So what are the chances of I'm getting a Wednesday? Oke, pertama tentukan
It
dulu
is 1/5.
1/5. Okay, now I want you to determine the sample space first. What is the sample space?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Huh?
Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday,
Okay.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
can
Thursday,
you-
Friday.
But can you use a much more simpler variable to represent the sample space?
Well, technically there is, but the thing is there are two there's 2 T.
Just use number then. Just use number.
Which one is which?
Well, we'll just agree that one starts from Monday. How about that?
Let's just wait. We don't we're searching for only a Wednesday, right? So that means we don't all we need to know
We're
is that
talking
Wednesday is
about
3
in
because
week.
it's in the middle.
So the days in week, right? So what is the sample space? Days in a week. So technically it's Monday,
Tuesday,
Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
To make things simpler, we just use number, yeah? Okay? So 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Nah, tapi harus di state. You have to state one starts from which day gitu ya. Jadi you can use abstraction Bex on the sample space. It doesn't have to be exactly to the information that you know ya. Kan usually you know that Monday ya udah apa yang namanya hari itu pasti start from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But in mathematics we don't really pay attention to that ya. We just need the abstraction of your event gitu. Okay, that's why we can use numbers. Ya, so tapi harus di state. One represent the represent Monday. Gitu ya. Nah, sehingga kalau
Ya.
kamu sudah dapat sample space-nya, to determine the probability, for example A, ya. So PA is oke. Nah, sekarang kita tentukan hari Rabu. Hari Rabu itu adalah hari ketiga, betul nggak? Hari ketiga. Nah, berarti
Ya.
NA itu kan berarti isinya adalah hari Rabu itu sendiri kan, yaitu si 3, ya kan? Jadi secara himpunannya notasinya seperti ini kan. Nah, sehingga A adalah sama dengan 3 gini ya. Therefore, NA ini berapa? NA berapa, Bex?
And what?
NA equal to
And what?
so NA equal to
Oh, NA. 3. I mean 1.
1. Yeah, there's only one element. So what about S? What is the NS?
NS of F.
NS?
S is the what's the name? 7, right?
7. Therefore, what is the PA?
The PA.
PA? What is the PA?
The PA. Oh, PA. For Gore.
Okay, remember ya, PA equal to ini NA ya, the NA. Pay attention ya, Bex ya, the NA divided by the NS. Oke, jadi PA itu adalah NA dibagi dengan NS. NA-nya kamu udah dapat, yaitu 1 dibagi dengan NS-nya adalah 7. Jadi 1/7. Nah, berarti sekarang apa itu bukan hari Rabu, itu apa berarti, Bex? What is the probability of not getting Wednesday?
Not getting Wednesday.
Yeah.
4/5.
4/5?
Oh, I mean 4/7. 6/7.
6/7. Nah, kenapa kamu bisa inverse seperti itu? Kamu bisa mikir seperti itu. Nah, karena begini. Jadi sebetulnya katakanlah not getting Wednesday itu let's just denoted as a action. Itu kan berarti hari selain, kalau secara manual ya, hari selain Wednesday. Berarti kan 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, betul nggak? Nah, akibatnya N dari A aksen itu adalah 6. Nah, NS-nya kan sama ya. NS-nya itu adalah 7. Sehingga PA aksennya itu yang kita tanya tadi, itu adalah 6/7 gitu. Tapi but ya, jadi perhatikan ya Bex ya. Using the theorem, we can know that PA tambah PA aksen. Jadi peluang dari event A ditambah dengan peluang komplemennya akan sama dengan 1 kan. Jadi kalau kamu mau mencari PA aksennya, kamu tinggal mengurangi si 1 dikurang dengan peluang daripada si A. Kamu kan udah dapat peluang si A-nya. Yang tadi adalah 1/7 gitu. Jadi 1 dikurang 1/7. Makanya ini jadi nanti kalau disederhanakan jadi 6/7. Jadi ada 2 alternatif. Kamu mau menghitung manual atau kamu mau menghitung dengan menggunakan teorema. Jadi both of them will yield the same answer. Ya, if the result are different, well, something's wrong with your calculation kan. Gitu. Ya. Nah, ini berlaku juga untuk misalkan hari Senin atau Selasa, misalkan. Yang hari Senin atau Selasa. Berarti kejadiannya adalah hari Senin adalah berapa? Hari Senin kan 1, Selasa adalah 2. Berarti A itu adalah berisi 1,2. Berarti NA-nya itu adalah 2, betul nggak, Bex?
Ya.
Ya. Nah, berarti NS-nya kan tetap sama, yaitu adalah 7, gitu ya. Therefore, the chances of A is 2/7. Now we are getting us with the chances of not getting a Monday or a Tuesday. Nah, secara naif ya, pendekatan yang secara konvensional itu adalah we iterate all the days that are not Monday or Tuesday, gitu ya. Nah, therefore it is ya berarti mulai dari 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is NA-nya adalah 5. And the NS is 7. Ya. Therefore P ini PA aksen ya. Jadi P A aksen itu adalah berapa? NA per NS. Which is 5/7. Nah, tapi we can yield the same result using the theorem. Jadi kalau misalkan PA tambah PA aksen, ini adalah sama dengan 1 kan? Jadi PA aksen itu yang mau kita cari sebetulnya merepresentasikan hal yang sama. Sehingga 1 min PA itu tadi adalah 2/7. Which is hasil akhirnya adalah 5/7. Oke, sampai sini jelas ya, Bex ya?
Ya.
Jadi kamu harus bisa menggunakan agar lebih efisien itu sebetulnya tinggal pakai teoremanya aja, gitu, ya. Oke, Bex ya?
Oke.
Oke. Okay, because it's already 7:34, I think we have to end our lesson for today. Maybe before we end our lesson for today, is there anything that you want to ask?
No.
No, yeah? Okay.
Oh wait.
So,
There is one thing.
what is it?
Do you know how to run files on an MSX computer?
MS what?
MSX?
MSX?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. MSX. I think I have just heard about that term. I don't know. What's about it?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Well then, I'm gonna send the notes to you. Yeah, so this is the notes for today. Yeah. So for tomorrow, we will be having a tutorial. Yeah. So now the system will be kind of changed. Yeah. Will be kind of changing. Yeah. So uh, for tomorrow, we won't be immediately discussing new material. So there will be a session of tutorial whereas I'm gonna discuss the question related to the problems, related to the material. So we will be uh, discussing about probability, but more on the exercise. Yeah. Why? Because I think you even though we have been discussing about the material, I think it's profound for you to learn about the type of question that might comes out on the that related to the question to enhance your knowledge regarding about the material. Okay, so we will be not as face case like we did earlier. Okay, so there can be a quiz also tomorrow, but yeah, well, mm, let's see, let's see. But you can expect a quiz mendadak. Jadi ada sudden quiz. Yeah, there can be a sudden quiz. Yeah, so just be prepared for the sudden quiz. Yeah, okay. Bex ya.
Yeah.
Okay then. So with that, I'm gonna end our session for today. Thank you, Bex, for the participation. See you again on Monday then. Okay. Bye bye, Bex.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. See you again. I will see
Bye.
you again on Monday. Bye bye.